one thing it's doing is it's focusing on the things you can actually control, the things that you're doing. You're not safe because you have a spotter. You're safe because you know how to do your round of handspring tuck. You're not safe because someone stood there looking at you on your back walkover on beam. You're safe because you know how to do a strong, safe back walkover on beam. Okay? You already have what you need, right? You already have everything you need inside of you, but it's recognizing, it's being intentional about integrating that. Welcome to the Mind Over Mental Block podcast. I'm your mental performance coach, Mandy Patterson. I know the weight of mental blocks because I've battled them myself as a competitive athlete. From back handsprings I thought I'd never get to fulls I needed to stay on scholarship, I know how frustrating it is to feel stuck. And as a mom of 3 and former coach, I also know how heartbreaking it is to watch it happen. The podcast is for cheerleaders and gymnasts ready to stop overthinking, face their fears, and believe in themselves again. For parents who want a trusted voice to guide their child so they can simply cheer them on, and for coaches who strive to leave an impact that goes far beyond the mat. Whether you're listening together to or from practice or a big meet, or on your own in those moments when you're just not quite sure what to say or do, this podcast is for you. It's the pep talk you want, the tough love you need, and the encouragement you've been waiting for. So hit subscribe and let's go. Welcome to another episode. My name is Mandy Patterson, and today this is a practice pep talk. So this is one of those short, actionable episodes where I'm going to give you a tip for something you can do today in practice to be more confident, to trust yourself more, to get the skills that you're working so hard for, and to just make practice feel more fun and enjoyable and a little bit easier. So today, this pep talk, it is for my athletes who don't trust themselves. So here's what this looks like. So if you tend to rely on spotters to help you throw your tumbling, or if you want a coach to just stand there, it's like just stand there, and that's when you'll go for your skills. Or if you catch yourself hesitating a lot, or if you doubt that you can do skills unless you have like a mat or someone standing there, or you can only do it on the tumble track or the cheese mat or whatever the case may be. You have conditions around where you will go for your skills. So this tip is for you if you saw yourself in any of those examples. So this is something that I teach my athletes in our one-on-one private coaching program, the Mind Over Mental Block program. This is a way to help transfer some of that trust from outside sources to things you can control. So if you think about it, whenever you will do a skill with a coach standing there, or you'll do it with a mat, the reason why you'll go for it and you feel comfortable is because your safety net, the thing that tells you, hey, I can do this skill and I'm not going to get hurt. Hey, I can do this. It's going to go well. That safety piece is in that spotter or it's in that mat. It's not in you. It's not something you can control. So this is a challenge. The reason why this is a challenge, well, one, it keeps you stuck, right? If you're relying on spotters or mats, then your goal of doing it by yourself and competing or whatever that looks like for you, it's not happening, right? You're not fully there yet. You're still working towards that. So this tip today will make that a little bit easier. But also, this is a challenge because if a coach leaves the gym, or if you get a different coach who no longer allows you to use that mat, or they say, no, I'm not spotting you anymore, that puts you in a really tough position if you're so used to relying on spotters or mats for your trust. So this tip, I want you to apply it today. I want you to give it a try. So here's what I want you to do. To transfer some of that trust and that belief from outside sources to yourself, I want you to tell yourself or ask yourself this question every time you do anything today. I don't care if it's a stunt, if it's on bars or beam or floor or standing or running or tumbling, like anything you do today at practice. I want you to notice one thing after every single rep. Here's the question. What did I do to make that happen safely? What did I do to keep myself safe? What did I do to make that stunt hit? What did I do to land that skill? What did I do to do my flyway? Like whatever the situation is, what did I do to keep me safe? What did I do that helped that work, helped that go well? So many things will change because of this. It's so simple, right? But one thing it's doing is it's focusing on the things you can actually control, the things that you're doing. You're not safe because you have a spotter. You're safe because you know how to do your round of handspring tuck. You're not safe because someone stood there looking at you on your back walkover on beam. You're safe because you know how to do a strong, safe back walkover on beam. Okay. You already have what you need, right? You already have everything you need inside of you, but it's recognizing, it's being intentional about integrating that. Basically, what that means is it's noticing the things that you're doing. Because if you have a coach that leaves, if you know what you do that makes that skill safe in work, it doesn't matter who the coach is. It doesn't matter where you're at in the gym. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. You've got everything you need inside of you to make that skill happen safely. That is the ultimate goal because that is where you are fully in control of your skills. Okay. So that's one thing that this will do is it will help you build trust in yourself and it will help you to stay in control of your skills. Okay. It'll help you master your skills a little bit easier. The other thing that this does is it forces you to focus on what works. So often, all of the attention is given to the big skill. Did you throw your round of handspring tuck? Did you do it by yourself? Are you going to get it by yourself? Did you throw everything perfectly? Did you do 5 in a row? It's so focused on outcome and result. Everything in the gym, everything is focused on outcome and result. Even mental skills like confidence, you need confidence to throw your tumbling, but so often confidence, it's almost like athletes are like, well, I got to prove that I can do the skill before I can be confident. And it's like, no, that's so backwards. And again, I'm going to talk about that another day because confidence is a skill that you step into and build intentionally. But again, we're going to talk about that another day. But this tip, this little exercise, asking yourself, what did I do to keep myself safe? Or what did I do to make that happen safely? Or what did I do that worked? Asking yourself that question after you do a skill, it's going to focus you in on the things you can control and the things that you're doing well. So it takes the focus away from the big skill, that big, a lot of times big, scary, overwhelming thing, especially if there's mental blocks involved. And it zones in on the things that are simple that you can control, that you can do and think about whether you do the whole skill or not. Right. So it forces you to focus on what's working. Also, it's so easy for us to focus on what's not working. I didn't do it today. I fell. My teammate got a skill that I used to have. And I'm afraid she's going to take my spot. Like there's so much pressure and there's so many big ideas. There's so much focus on what's not working and the way things aren't how they should be. There's a lot of focus on that in cheer and gymnastics. Like what's going wrong? Hey, what did you not do today? And this exercise also, it forces you to focus on what is working and what is going well and what you are doing. And that is something you can use to build up your confidence strategically. So many good things based on this one little idea. But if you want to take this to the next level, right? So step one is just ask yourself that question. Whenever you remember, ask yourself every time you land a skill, every time you go for a skill, what did I do? Okay. I pushed off my legs really strong. I ran really hard. I had a lot of power. I reached out and it helped me tumble straight. Like whatever the case may be, what did you do? Okay. What can you control? What's going well? Taking it a step further, write this down. Have a little journal with you. Have your phone, but please do not get distracted. Don't get caught texting or whatever else on your phone. But start a little note where you're like keeping track of these things, like your own little list for your confidence, right? Here are all of the things that I did really well. Like here are all the things I do to keep myself safe. Here are all of the reasons why I deserve to believe that I can do these skills, right? You're keeping a little list. So every time you notice something you did to keep yourself safe, write it down because that's going to make it a little bit stickier. And the more you can do this, you're actually reprogramming your brain to focus on the good things, to focus on what you can control, and focus on all the little wins. That's going to help you maintain control of your skills, master your skills quicker, and it's just going to make the process a lot more fun and easy. So try it out. Let me know how it goes. Leave a comment and tell me what you want to learn next. If this was helpful and you want another tip for next practice, then let me know. Let me know what you'd like to hear from me. Just drop that in the comments. I'll see you next time. Your time is precious, so thanks so much for spending some of it with me today. I'm so excited to hear what mindset shifts, tips, or encouragement stood out most. Be sure to leave a comment and let me know. If you love this episode, subscribe so you never miss another. If you are ready for more support, check out our brand new mental block support page for cheerleaders and gymnasts. You can go to mgpcoach.com/mentalblockhelp, or you can click the link in the show notes. I also have links for how you can book a free intro coaching session with my team. And there's a link to join my MVP list so you're always first to know about new content, resources, and any special offers we've got going on. I would love to stay connected. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Mandy Patterson Coaching for more inspiration and encouragement throughout the week. Remember, you are amazing, infinitely capable, and stronger than you think. I believe in you, and I'll see you next time.